Hello folks, I'm Bob Matheny. I'm Mayor of Zebulon, and this is the Zebulon's Mayor Show. Today we're out east of Zebulon at Oak Ridge Farms, owned by David Young here with me.
Yes.
And we're going to, tour his farm, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the farmers market where you merchandise some of your products. So welcome.
Thank you for coming out today. I'm glad to educate, be part of this show and show what I do out here at my farm.
Well, tell us just a little bit about your farm before we go down. How long have you been here, that sort of thing?
I purchased the farm about 5 years ago, and I do pastured raised and woodland raised animals, more of a back to basic farm.
What caused you to get interested in this?
Ever since I was young, my family, being from Vietnam, had always raised their own animals, and I always raised animals since I was a child. And I went through the entire process from hatching the eggs to slaughtering the animal for meat.
Right.
I had a strong connection between raising those animals and understanding that they would once become my food.
Let's talk. We're at the emu, and looks like some chickens.
You probably have seen my emu. It's just the one. Chickens, there's a turkey, and I have a couple pigs over here.
Okay, well, let's just walk down the way and take a look at what you have.
Okay.
All right, we moved down the way a little bit, and then I see that emu followed us.
Yes.
But let's talk about your pork products.
So here I have two gilts. A gilt is a young female pig. These are two different breeds. My hopes is to cross the two. I'm growing out a young boar right now, and to create a faster growing but superior meat quality product.
Right. And how many pigs do you have?
Currently there are 53 pigs on my farm. Okay. And they range anywhere from 3 days old to 4 years old. Just a little bit further down in my poultry pasture, wanted to show the hoop house that I have. It is used to primarily raise meat chickens in. I currently have some ducks growing out in that hoop house. It's portable, so I move it every day. That way they have fresh access to clean ground, but fresh access to bugs and grass that they can eat as well. I try to do 1.5 square feet per bird, which is about twice the standard for commercial production.
Okay. Well, right here, and they may hear it in the background, we have some turkeys hollering at us.
Yes, there's some turkeys over here and some of the brush. They hang around the brush simply to avoid predators and also stay cool during the day as well.
Right.
Currently there are 3 ponds. One is an old, well-established irrigation pond when this used to be row crop farms.
Right.
But I want to do floating aquaculture tanks in the ponds to do catfish during the spring and summer, right, and then rainbow trout in the fall and winter.
Well, we're down to your Winnie hog pen.
Yes.
And so this one is lazy and doesn't want to come out yet, so tell us a little bit about
this here is Rosie. She was from the very first litter that was born on my farm. I saw that she had great potential as a breeder, and she has definitely kept up with that.
Right. And how big is she?
She's probably between 625 and 650.
Well, we have with us Maureen Brown, who is, come on in here. Maureen is the manager of our farmers market in Zebulon. We're going to talk about that just a little bit. But I understand you have expertise in this area as well.
Yeah, I worked at the North Carolina NC State university's swine educational unit for 4 years.
Well, you were telling earlier about just how fast the piglets grow. So
Yeah, in 3 weeks, the sow will put 100 pounds of weight on her piglets. If she has 10 piglets, she'll put 100 pounds of weight on them. So we were talking about the nutritional demand on the sow.
Yes.
Was extreme at that point in time.
So to be clear, 100 pounds on each of them.
No. 100 pounds of weight on the litter.
That's
and
what
then
I
he
thought.
takes his out to 6 or 7 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. So imagine how much weight.
Yes.
I was going to say, if it's 100 pounds each, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. Actually, it's kind of unbelievable that they can do that in 3 weeks.
Right.
The other thing is at 5 to 6 months of age, they can they can weigh 250 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
What is a good mature size to market?
The average commercial size is 250 to 270. I like to raise them out a little bit larger. After that, their weight starts to plateau, and they don't gain as quick as they did before. They also increase more fat content and marbling throughout the meat.
Okay. The young ones came out for feeding time.
Yes.
Tell us about what we're looking at here.
So here we have a young sow with some piglets that are trying to nurse off of her. One other thing that's interesting is that they co-nurse their piglets. So they may not be her piglets, but the piglets will find the milk bar and.
Yeah, of course. And how old are these piglets?
These piglets are about 4.5 weeks old, so they do grow very fast.
And the ones inside?
The ones inside, these guys they're about 8.5 weeks old. They have a call, which the sow will lay down, make a grunt, and let everyone know that it's time to come feed.
Okay. Well, we're close to the end here, folks, and we just wanted to have a brief conversation with David, Maureen, and myself. And you were talking about your history with NC State. Could you?
Yes. Well, the reason why I moved to North Carolina was to go to North Carolina State University, and I had out-of-state tuition. The biggest thing was the cost of it. But the fastest way to get in-state tuition costs was to become an employee with NC State. There was a position open in the poultry science department, and I applied and received that position. I worked with them for 10 years, and mostly turkey meat production. And but I have a wide range of things that I did for NC State as well.
Okay. Well, I want to talk a little bit about the farmers market and start with you, David.
Yes.
With that. I know that you market some of your products at the farmers market.
I do.
Give me your thinking on that.
The farmers market, the Zebulon farmers market has been great. This is my second year there, and from what Maureen says, everyone seems to really enjoy that. That I'm there at that farmer's market.
And typically, what products do you bring?
I typically will bring both chicken and pork products.
Okay.
Anything ranging from boneless, skinless chicken breasts to hickory smoked kielbasa.
Right. Yeah, I've tried your product, by the way. It's very good.
Thank you.
So, well, Maureen, I know that David has been a very important part of our farmers market.
He certainly
Can you
has.
talk about how he's helped?
We're very fortunate to have him at the farmers market. Not only is he a great vendor and has a great product, but he also is very generous to the community. I don't know if a lot of people know, but he donated a whole hog to Farmer Food Share early in the season last year, and then late in the season he donated another half. And Farmer Food Share is a program that we have that supplies local foods for those that are less fortunate, and the food goes to the Zebulon United Methodist Church Food Pantry. And so they distributed
Yes.
Bob. A hog and a half at the food pantry last year, and this year you had a raffle.
I did.
And you decided with the raffle, somebody won it, and you decided that you would equal that and donate that same amount, which was 100 pounds, and then your generous
$100
$100 worth of meat. Sorry,
Yes.
and then your generous recipient decided they would donate their winnings to the food pantry also.
Wow, that's very nice. Let's talk just a minute about specifics of the farmers market for those that may not be aware. Where is it? How often is it there, and what's the time?
So we are located on the front lawn of Zebulon Town Hall, which is 1003 north of Rendell, and we're open April through October. Sorry, we changed we started a few weeks early this year, and we're going to continue that. And we're on Saturdays 9 to 1.
Okay, and they're coming up a Rendell or down a Rendell, either way, look for the blue tent.
Right, that's exactly right.
So, plenty of parking and plenty of other offerings.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun things for the family, lots of other vendors. You can pretty much buy anything that you need at our farmers market.
Yeah, and I do. Okay, I want to thank both of you for taking the time this morning to come out and do this show and educate the people about, David, your operation, and,
Yes.
and Maureen, the farmers market.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I hope you people find this useful, and we'll catch you later.